Johnny Miller doesn't need an introduction. Two very successful careers, pro golfer, pro announcer. Which one has been more fun for you?
Well, the playing of the game is tough because you got to keep score, and I spent all those years starting at 5 years old, beating all those balls to get, where I got in the game and was able to play against, Nicklaus and Trevino and all those guys. That was awesome. But announcing, all those years of studying everybody's swing and all the memories and experiences I had was perfect homework to segue right into announcing. So the announcing, I already had that knowledge, and but I tried to up the ante. I was really the first guy to go out and do all the greens and roll putts and chart that, and then just do some things that other announcers weren't doing. So my dad always said, if you want to be the best, you got to do what other guys aren't willing to do. So,
well, speaking of that, Lanny Watkins said to me 20-some years ago, goes, Johnny loves to throw that C word around, meaning the choke. You're the only guy who says that. Well, but that's an uncomfortable word for some people,
it's
right?
It's not a very nice word. It really isn't. But you could say swallow the olive. Nobody ever says that anymore, but that was a good old saying. Maybe that would be better. Maybe I'll start, you can inspire me to say, guys, swallowing the olive. But
what players haven't choked?
Everybody is choked, just to what degree. There are degrees of choking. I mean, there's certain choking that I call a third degree of choking, where you can't think straight, everything rushes, your hair stand on the back of your neck, you hit shots you haven't either never hit or haven't hit since you were a kid. I mean, some guys just totally melt down. I mean, there's all kinds of degrees of choking. Some guys just choke just a little bit, and so it's all part of the game, and it's probably the greatest part of the game is whether or not you can play good golf under the heaviest of pressure.
Now, people remember you for a showdown at Augusta with Nicklaus back in the day. Have you ever had a showdown with a player who didn't like something you said on the air? Who called you and said, hey?
That's a good question.
Or climbed up in the booth and wanted to wring your neck?
I've had a few of those, but I'm a pretty big guy. Most guys just think about doing that, but they wouldn't do it. But Mickelson is. A few guys have sort of challenged me. Phil's had some words with me, and I don't know if some of the older players, believe it or not, it's the older players like Watson, that kind of player that didn't like me exposing the choke or whatever. The young guys like Ricky Fowler, they just think it's X Games, this is the way announcing should be in golf.
Speaking of younger players, Jordan Spieth, best clutch putter you've ever seen?
Well, it remains to be seen. I would say Tiger's, but definitely the best with Jack Nicklaus right next to him and Billy Casper right next to him. Those are the top three. But Jordan has got the ability to be in that top four, no doubt about it. But he has to do it more times. He's too young, to say he's already matched to Billy Casper or something, But right now he's the best putter in the game.
If you had to put a stack of cash on who's going to have a better career, McIlroy, Spieth, Day, who would it be?
Wow, that's a good one. McIlroy's already a little ahead of the guys.
Right.
But I would probably pick Spieth. I think Spieth is there for the long run. I think he's the kind of golfer that never takes himself out of the hunt. He's a little like Tiger, not as flashy as Tiger.
Right.
Tiger was always there. Spieth seems to be always there, and where McIlroy, he's got like two gears. He's just like me. In that I could run away from the field, but I also could miss the cut. It was not where Spieth doesn't do that.
He's all right. He's like here, like Tiger.
Just right there.
Okay, one last thing. You're wearing a glove and we're inside. Tell me about this here. You have equity in this business.
I love
new company.
I love this glove, the Zero Friction. I think it's probably 85% of all men can just take this glove off the shelf and it fits them perfectly. If you got a hand like Michael Jordan, fine. The Johnny Miller glove is not going to fit you. We'll probably address that and make an extra large glove.
Right.
But when you can just go in and say, give me a black glove, and it's going to fit you, how good is that for the pro? He doesn't have to carry medium, large cadets and all these different gloves that he can't give away after a couple of years. So I think that this is a breakthrough product. It's got great feel, and it comes in all different colors, 12 different colors. I think it's an awesome product. That's why I'm with them. Otherwise, I don't try to just make money by
I hear you.
Do Porta-John toilets or something.
Porta-John, Porta-Johnny, Johnny, thank you.
Good to see
you. All right, see you.
Appreciate it.
All right.